You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media, audio for everyone.
The energy is up. The volume is cranked.
It is. I can feel the late spring vibes.
Totally.
The summer is almost, I can feel it coming in. Those energies, they're strong.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so ready. How are you?
I'm here. I'm living.
Yes.
I am bringing a movie to the space. Whoa.
Ooh.
A rare form, a rare turn.
I love that.
This neck of the woods. Because the comedy duo of my dreams,
Yes.
John Early and Caperland, have a full-ass feature film
Ooh,
that
okay.
is about to be across these United States. And I saw it, and it's called Maddie's Secret, and it's so fucking good.
Is it just their very important people bit?
God, could you imagine?
Could you They're like their soup bit for 90 minutes.
We had a very similar form of that joke before we went into this movie, because we were like, what if it was that one thing they did where it's like they were the beavers at the airport in that one weird sketch, and I was like, what if it was that for 2 hours and we didn't know? It's not either of those things.
Oh.
But this is a John Early written, directed, produced, starred situation, and it is following this woman, Maddie, who John Early plays with a beautiful fervor, and it's amazing.
Okay.
Who's kind of like a food influencer. She works at kind of like a BuzzFeed-y type of food media startup kind of vibe. But there's other things going on, and she's dealing with demons, and there's things happening here. And it's a very beautiful, like, sort of like playing on like melodrama and like OG Lifetime movies and like, you know, women of a certain age, etc., but like not as a joke, not as making fun of like this kind of genre or this kind of way of telling stories. And it's really beautiful, and it's really fucking funny, because these are the funniest people in the world, and the cast is amazing. They got Eric Rahill in there looking like the hottest man in the world, which he is. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's done very well, and I'm very proud of these two silly folks.
I love these two.
Caperland, especially in this movie, is playing like like butch lesbian in like a crazy way. And it's really their dynamic, of course, is always perfect and everything.
Yes.
You can tell it's been leading up to this, you know, all of the work, all of the hours, the 10,000 hours have been in for this dynamic, and it's very good.
You saying Lifetime just hit me with something, and if I don't say it, I think it's going to haunt my dreams. Yeah. What if these two unironically did a remake of Beaches?
Wait. Yeah. For
sure. Everyone shut up.
Yeah.
Like, and I know every media billionaire right now is like sequel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What, you know, but for real though, what if we taught the new generations about Beaches?
Totally. And I would trust them to
I know.
this.
That's what I'm saying.
I would trust no one else.
Wow. Hear me out.
You know? Yeah. That's genius.
Just let them marinate on that for a second. But once they get their blank check again, can you imagine the theater experience of crying with your best friends, going to see Beaches?
Yes. And this kind of gave that feeling.
And that's what you're describing, right?
It was like we were all in there, and it was like, you know, it's obviously we're laughing, but also we're talking about like disordered eating. We're feeling things about our moms. We're like having conversations internally in a group, like collaborative experience in a packed theater, and we're all coming out being like, damn, we all shared something together in this moment.
Because I know they grew up, right, with the, like, fried green tomatoes.
Totally.
The, like, Julia Roberts getting fed juice and having the shit. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
They grew up with a tearjerker community type movie kind of thing. And I think that they could unironically do that really well while bringing their... Because to have comedy, and we talk about this a lot, right? To have comedy, you have to know pain. Like, you have to know the deepness there, right? And so... hey, John Early, hear me out.
If you're listening and you want $1 billion idea.
Just beaches.
Yeah, I need it so bad.
But this sounds amazing.
It's amazing. I think this movie will heal the nation. I think if we all step up and get there, I think this is beautiful. There's beautiful stuff happening here. And John Early's a genius.
And I love these two. This is my favorite straight couple.
For real. Yeah.
Yeah, I love a platonic pair that moves throughout media.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love this so much.
How are you doing, my dude?
I'm back. I never left.
You're back on your bullshit.
But I'm back on my D&D grind.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how this happened, but I guess I didn't realize at some point that a couple months ago the Gladlands had dropped. I don't know. Maybe I just assumed I had watched it. I don't know what happened.
Sure.
But I'm going to talk about Gladlands today.
Hell yeah.
Have you heard the good word about
Here's
Gladlands?
The thing. I've heard the good word about Gladlands. I have started the first episode maybe 5 times, and I keep forgetting to finish it, which is something that happens often with D20 for me. Yeah. And I just have to like lock in for like 3 weeks and just like not watch anything else, and then I'm there. But this one was one of the ones that kind of slipped, even though I had been hyping this up for weeks before because the cast is nuts.
No, exactly.
I've not actually broken the seal yet, unfortunately.
And that was the same thing that happened for me, is that I think I had gotten so hyped up about the cast that in my brain I was like, oh, I already logged this on Letterboxd, right?
Right, for sure.
I had already assumed that I had consumed this because it's all my favorites together. Yeah. You've got the love of my life, Oscar Montoya from Aquaria Faye and Flowers. You've got some of my faves from Never Stop Blowing Up. And then you've got some of the faves of the Intrepid Heroes together and some newbies to cause absolute chaos in a Mad Max type environment. Here's what I thought. I was like, well, Mad Max type like this post-apocalyptic isn't really my thing, but I love the fact that they're like, well, what if everyone was good? I think that that's really funny.
Yeah.
I put it on this past weekend, and oops, it's great because the cast is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But that astronaut meme where
always has been.
Yeah. So it's that meme, but it's about grief because it's fucking Brennan, right? So I went into it and I was like, oh, it's gonna be funny. That's great. And then there's an episode, because it's a 6-episode season, because it's the non-Intrepid Heroes, right? So it is, all things considered, a pretty quick watch.
Sure.
There's an episode, maybe it's 4 out of 6, where Brennan cries more than I've ever seen him cry in anything. Fucking breaks down. In character, right?
How dare. Yeah. He leaves the set.
Yeah. He quits for real this time.
Yeah.
As a character, breaks down. Wow. And it's beautiful. It's one of the best things I've ever seen. But I was like, hey, folks, I thought that this was going to be instead of everyone killing each other for resources, we're all, making the best of the situation. Brand's making these political points about like social, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then here I am, losing my breath, sobbing about this beautiful moment of grief and coming together. And of course, that's what happens. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Cannot overstate that enough. It's really well done. There's Allie plays this fucking character that comes up the first couple minutes of this episode. The first thing. Everyone has a pretty interesting story arc. Allie is playing a character, playing a woman who is with their husband, gets locked into a room for a month. Okay, I cannot overestimate that enough. Gets locked into a room with her husband for a month, eats her husband. Well, the doors get unlocked. And again, this comes up minutes into the first episode, so I'm not spoiling anything. The doors get unlocked. They all come out of their rooms, and every other couple has like been brought together, more stronger.
Sure.
And then Allie's character is like, oops, I ate my husband.
What are you gonna do?
It's so fucking funny.
That's deranged. I love it.
It's such an interesting vibe to bring into it. So I recommend getting through it, if only for getting to see the way that Vic's character, I haven't seen a character hit a mark like that, like I have with A Court of Fey and Flowers, I think.
Damn.
Where it was like when you just see lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. So highly recommend it. Just know that like maybe episode 4 have some tissues around.
Sure. Be ready.
But it's not a bad thing. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just be aware, because I was, cleaning my house, and then I was like, hey, dog.
So now I'm like in a childlike position of
yeah. But it was very beautiful, and I loved it a lot.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Dropout, for making me cry,
go.
as usual. We have 2 diametrically opposed pieces of film news today. Do you want to start us off with the serious one?
Sure. We got a little K-Stu corner. Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, beep, beep.
In that she has, and her production company are attached now to the forthcoming documentary about Barbara Hammer, Barbara Forever, which is very cool. That means K-Stu is now an executive producer for this doc about cool, badass, lesbian filmmaker Barbara Hammer.
She wasn't kidding when she said she's going to save Hollyweird, folks.
She's doing it one movie at a time.
One gay film at a time.
I know that's right.
Thank you for your service, Kristen.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
It's sick as fuck. I'm excited about this movie, and it's cool now that it gets the K-Stu bump of accolades and a little like in the know stuff.
I can't wait to forget about the 2 sentences I read about this documentary in 2 years when we watch it, and it fucking traumatizes me.
Sure.
So when we do a bonus in 2 years, let's just play this clip.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about the Odyssey for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to just set aside, I'm going to put my English degree and my English accreditations hat aside for a moment, just because if I can't go down that road right now.
This will be a 6-hour-long podcast.
And nobody wants to listen to that part. So I'm going to just set aside all of the historical accuracy that I am in debt for a moment and just talk about this trailer with you all. Y'all wanted gay?
Y'all wanted gay.
Y'all wanted Boston and gay? Huh?
Y'all wanted Boston and gay. Yeah, that was really what's missing from the Odyssey for me, is a true Boston contingent representative.
That's what Homer wanted.
I mean? And I think if you really break it down, I don't think they're that far away from one another. The sentiments are there.
When I read the Odyssey, what I interpreted reading this fuck-ass poem was everyone speaking in Boston accents and saying daddy in the... Well, actually, I did interpret them saying daddy in a homoerotic way. So Nolan did get that part right. However, the brutalist infrastructure, y'all.
Yeah.
Nolan, you had the blankest of blank checks for this motherfucker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You filmed it literally at sea, my dog. You killed people on this. You didn't. But you killed people on this set.
Mm-hmm.
You got real giant. You built giants in a lab for this movie.
Yeah.
And then you said, you know what I need to make this the Odyssey? Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to dog on you. Charlize Theron is hot. Okay?
Right. For sure.
But Matt Damon
No, you don't understand. When he needs to go home, he needs to go to Duncan.
And that's what Homer meant.
That's what he meant.
And that's
if you read between the lines.
And that's what he and that's the thesis, my friends.
That's what we all learned.
That was the literal thesis. If Duncan doesn't get on their fucking game to do promotions for the Odyssey, then I don't know what the fuck the whole point was.
Yeah.
All right?
Hey, real quick, Robert Pattinson is like basically doing his Mickey 17 voice in this.
Oh, can we talk? Okay. Actually,
he's like on the edge. He's on the cusp.
It's a little bit of Mickey 17 and it's a little bit of the devil wears
true.
Prada all the time. What?
That devil wore Prada all the time. I think it's just the devil all the time.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey, everyone shut up. You know what I meant.
Right.
The homoerotic, and that's really true. But the amount of it in the trailer alone, I'm seated.
Right.
Robert didn't need to say daddy that way.
But thank God he did.
And I'm so grateful that he did.
When Rob gets a little evil and a little homo with it, that's just, you can't get better than that.
I think it was, you know what it is? I think it was Mickey 17's son. I think it was Devil All the Time Moon. And then you know what it was? It was the heron rising.
Oh, sure.
Because there was a little scamp in that.
Yeah.
That is actually period accurate for the Odyssey.
For sure.
But when he looked down at Tom Holland, I still haven't seen this. It felt Challengers to me.
Sure. Yeah.
And I felt God in this Chili's in that movie. In the Odyssey.
He's going to try to break into that marriage. You know what I mean? Like, he's coming after Zendaya. He's coming after Tom Holland. They're in a quad, maybe, if Suki's involved.
And I respect that quad.
For sure. It's a powerful quad.
That quad would make some beautiful art part of it.
Yeah.
This movie's going to be a fucking disaster, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah. I'm so seated.
Yeah. It was already so dark, and I don't understand. Because I know that they filmed this on set, like on location for almost all of it. So I don't understand why it would be dark.
Yeah.
Nolan, you monster. I can't. So I texted you about this, but the audience doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Somehow the game of telephoned ourselves. And I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
But just right off the top, Bonnie didn't die.
Bonnie is alive and well.
So,
in surprise to all of us, in a major way, Bonnie is chilling. She's cool. She's good.
So Bonnie's alive.
Uh-huh.
And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
But sure. I'm a little confused. Now I did, since texting you about this about a half hour ago, I did go back and I tried to find where perhaps the game of telephone started.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. The closest thing that I could find was a piece, again, a decade ago, where it says Catgram to exit season 8, which is the last season,
right.
Which is to say all of the actors would exit.
Right.
The show.
That's kind of just everyone. Yeah.
Right. Which is a poor headline for a lot of different reasons. So I don't know if maybe that was it. And then maybe the Nina Dobrev of it leaving.
Yeah.
But Bonnie is here.
Bonnie's here.
And I don't want you all to get it twisted. I'm very grateful of that.
I'm so happy.
Now I'm also just a little bit confused because that means that she was just being, twisted around and fucked around for no good reason.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
So, but by the end of this episode, she is still presumably alive and well.
Yes. Yeah.
But there are witches that died this episode.
That's true. That's true. The body count here was tough.
Yeah. Yeah, it was tough. How did this finale do you?
I'm grateful for Bonnie. Yes. I think this being Elena's send-off until she, like, comes back for whatever the series finale is very funny. It's a very funny, because I feel like Nina Dobrev was in the room being like, this is how I want to go. This is me. This is Elena. This is my girl. And what that is a bunch of flashbacks / like in the memory while she's in a coma, of like, hey, here are the things I want to say while y'all keep living your lives. And that's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
It is. I kind of look back at this season a little bit differently now.
Yeah.
Knowing that Bonnie's chilling.
Mm-hmm.
But also, they're sleeping beautying her. And so that's funny. That's a funny thing to do to Elena.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily removing her agency because she is aware of it.
Right. Totally.
It's not this can happen. They do say sometimes people in comas are aware of what's happening, but they're saying in this that she is aware of what's happening and like she's okay with it. Mm-hmm. So that is giving her some agency in the moment. I just can't help but think that like this is what one of her doppelgangers was doing, was guarding the cure. So like, yeah, that's odd. It's an odd thing for a show that's trying to wrestle with fate and having control over things to be like, oh, well, hey, Elena, I know you don't really believe in soulmates, but look, you're doing the exact same thing that one of your doppelgangers is doing.
Yeah.
So have fun in a crypt for 60 years or whatever.
I love too how like morbid everything was about it. Of just being like, yeah, well, I guess she's gonna peace out until Bonnie dies naturally. like who knows? Well, maybe we'll circle back in 60 years. It's like, this is a crazy way to talk about the situation. But sure. Okay. That means Bonnie is good. Whatever.
It's so bonkers. And I don't know, man. I think it is a wild first of all, the memories being in this like hyper bright scenario is a lot. Mm-hmm. The fact that she was imagining Matt as a cop,
being like, this is what I see for you, you're so good, you've always been good, and you should just like protect people like you. And it's like, okay,
because that's the only me, Elena, who wanted to be a doctor, this is the only way that I can imagine people taking care of others is as a cop,
right,
girl? This is why you need to expand your brain and travel and get out of your town. Oh.
I do like how she does it like one at a time though, being like, all right, let me do my little last like hoorahs and stuff. And like, it's really cute with Bonnie, does the little like feather thing.
That was so sweet. I appreciate it.
Being like, can you do it for me one last time? And it's like, that's really cute. Little cry. And then saving, and then has like, kind of a lot of these instances with Stefan, which is interesting, when everyone else kind of got the one of being like, well, actually, if you think about it, like, you kind of know the most about me than anyone, so like, whatever, take that with a grain of salt. Anyway, bye. Like, okay.
And it was interesting, I will say, because I think that this is more indicative of how Damon and Elena have been throughout this season. I got more emotional with Elena and Stefan saying goodbye than I did during Elena and Damon this episode. Right.
Yeah.
And I think that had a lot to do with how Paul was acting. As soon as he started tearing up, I was like, oh, here we go.
It's over.
Now, will I say that like them reenacting the dance, was it cute?
That was very good.
It was. It was very sweet. But I think that I had more of an emotional reaction when she was almost like letting Stefan go. Because we've seen this happen before with other people. Because we know Stefan, he has a ton of attachment issues.
Yeah.
And it almost, in a way, explains, I still don't agree with it, but it almost explains Stephanie and Caroline to me, because he's like, well, now I have to like make something of my life. Like I can't just sit here on pause.
Yeah.
And he's like, who's the first person I see? Caroline, of course.
Right. Kind of. That's what pressing play means. Who is a person with who can breathe and is in front of me?
Right. Let's go. No, exactly. Because I know that I talked about this last episode for sure. I got so choked up when Jeremy showed up.
Dude, crowd cheer. I was like, yes, that's my boy. That's my baby boy.
Because I was pissed.
And being like, I was going to make it to the wedding. And he was like, I'm so glad you didn't. Because that would have been a bad situation. But I'm glad it worked out.
No, it was ultimately for the best.
Yeah.
But I was so pissed last week that he wasn't there.
Yeah.
And when this happened with Elena, I was like, where is her brother? Like, where is her only, and granted they're not blood related, right? But like, where is her family?
Right.
And so for him to show up and he was like, I've had a trip from hell trying to get here.
You wouldn't believe.
No, I was so glad that they had that moment, because I know that Elena needed that, and her being like, it was the first time that she kind of like faltered, which I really appreciated, because she was trying to keep it cool for everyone else. So I thought that was nice. I have said a lot of things about Rick.
He has some good fucking moments this episode.
He finally got back, and it's fucked up that they have to use a woman dying as a plot device. I mean, this show fucking loves to do that, right? But like, it is a shame that has to happen for Rick to finally get back on his bullshit.
Yes, I miss this Rick so bad.
I unfortunately miss traumatized Rick a lot.
Because there's two really great Rick moments. One of them is like, he's out there with Kai. Well, first of all, Kai is also on another level this episode, because he's like, sorry about the twinsies, but like, I don't want to like deal with all that power for leadership, whatever.
An uncle? Not
me.
No,
thank you. And Kai and Rick are outside. Rick has one of his fucking vampire hunting guns and like shoots at him a bunch. Nothing happens, of course, because now Kai is some like hybrid sire, whatever the fuck, right? And then Rick is like, you know what? I actually realized I don't want to fucking do this anymore. Puts the gun up to his temple. And it does not have any bullets in it. And he's like, fuck my life for real.
Oh, God. It's so good. It's just, listen, this is my favorite Rick, which is the one that just has absolutely nothing to lose. Because this episode, right, it essentially, it starts off with what we think is a memory, and it sort of is.
Right.
But Kai immediately starting at 11 being like, hey, so this is family business, and Caroline is 7, need to get the fuck out of my way.
Like, bye.
And it being really interesting for Kai being like, listen, y'all can't kill me, because if you all, this whole Gemini coven trying to kill me, then you're gonna die, right?
Right.
And him being like, oh, I'm the problem, like being the toxic partner.
Am I the drama?
Am I the drama? And then he stabs himself, and they're all like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
He's so... And he keeps being like, that one time he's like entering the room, because he gets bit by Tyler, because shocker, Tyler's a werewolf now, because he triggers his thing
This
again.
motherfucker.
He can't make a fucking decision to save his life, whatever.
Can we... I need to pause on this for a second, because... We got a lot of unnecessary Tyler moments in this episode.
So many.
But this motherfucker, okay, I rip to Liv. Liv, you were a bad bitch. And I'm sorry that you had to go out like that. I'm sorry that the boyfriend that you said I love you to decided that you didn't deserve a quick death of like snapping your neck, but instead decided to suffocate you in your last moments.
Just the worst to ever do it.
So that you had to suffer in your last moments, okay? Not that you need to deserve to die, right? She was going to die anyways. But like, Tyler, you are such a dingbat. You couldn't in your moments be like, the person that I care about in this moment deserves a quick death with little to no suffering. No, I'm going to prolong this out, you psychopath.
It's insane.
He only had the decency to call Matt and be like, hey dog, put a bolo out.
Right, because Tyler's like, hey, so I did the thing, and then him on the other line, Matt on the other line is like, oh no, like, why did you do that? The thing you hate more than anything in the world, being a werewolf, you're gonna do that. Okay, cool. I just gotta figure out how to make sure you don't kill everyone. Awesome. And so he gets Kai a little bit, and then Kai is also back in the wedding venue and being like, anybody alive? Is any one of you alive? Just need some blood.
It was like the moment in Titanic.
No, literally, women, children, like, who's
like trying to blow your whistle. Yeah.
Raise your hand, just wave if you're alive, and if you're moving, just need you real quick. Thank you so much.
No, it was so good. And there were a couple moments too when he was facing off with Rick. Kai was in that moment, and there was, I'm having such a hard time with Kai because he's such an asshole. But the actor is so good. And he's facing off with him in this moment after, again, we've just seen Joe she did not deserve to go out like that. She also doesn't deserve to be a plot device, right? And both of them are kind of just smirking at each other. Kai knows these bullets aren't going to work. He's pulling them out and he's like, isn't that cool, Rick? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't that so sick? Like little pebbles on me.
And then to that point, when you see Rick put the gun to his head, Kai says something like, oh, so you're having a real bad day, huh?
Yeah, he's like, this is a tough night, dude.
And Kai,
it was so bad.
Kai, the one who's made the bad day, is like, oh, damn, dog, I didn't realize that it was affecting you that badly.
And it also leads to the second incredibly good Rick moment in which he is texting Damon in all caps. Ty werewolf and Kai is a vampire in all caps. Very funny.
That's right after when Tyler just does this like run jump, because again he's turning into a werewolf, right? He does this like run jump at Kai, bites him in the neck, and Kai says, "Bad doggy."
It's pretty good.
And we don't find out until near the end of the episode when he's with Bonnie that he's like, I didn't even know that werewolves were real. I thought that was fake.
I thought that was fake.
Bitch, you are a witch.
You're a witch.
You drew the line at werewolves.
I draw the line at werewolves. That's nuts. What do you mean?
You grew up in Portland. What do you mean you thought werewolves were fake? You have a coven. You were in a coven of witches, and you thought like, oh, well, that's absurd.
Yeah. I will say it's also. I can't stop thinking about that fucking text messages because it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in this television show. But Rick in Damon's contacts in his phone is RIC, and I think that's really cute.
Oh. Remember when they were together?
Listen, we can't even go there.
All I can hope for in these last 2 seasons of the show, now that Elaine has essentially given him a hall pass for 60 years.
Right.
And Rick, his second wife, is dead, is that he finally realizes that he doesn't have to be under the shackles of heterosexuality.
Completely. And I think this is, again, like you said, like Elena definitely gave him a hall pass. It's like, you have fun for 60 years, okay? And then we'll circle back, right? It's all good. In that time, Damon really needs to explore some stuff. He has been afraid to do so for the last 150 years of his life on this earth. And that is whatever's going on with Bonnie, and also whatever is going on with Rick. You got to explore those two.
Honestly.
Maybe both. You got to do them. You just got to get it out, you know? Because if the end goal is like, you're going to be with Elena forever when she's awake or whatever, get it all out of your system, dude. Figure it out. Maybe you'll find something new along the way about yourself.
Because, listen, Kai in his sick, twisted movie villain version, he left the 1994 video tape for Bonnie and was like, you're going to die in 7 days. And this is such a sick and twisted thing to be like, oh, so you're best friends with Elena and you have been since your kids. So bond your life with her, huh?
God.
You think that you're so close? Right? You'd do anything for her? Well, then I just did it. And I, at this point, still thought I still thought that Bonnie and Elena were going to dip out at the end of this episode. So when Damon first went to Bonnie after they'd had this sort of like face off in the wedding venue, where unfortunately Kai realizes like, oh, if werewolf, he's doing this like fucking algebra equation, right? He's like, if werewolf, then that magic, then werewolf bite also magic, and if I heretic, then can use to heal, right? And he's like, oh, hey, Damon, I was just thinking about you. Here's Bonnie. She's basically dying. You're so welcome.
Yeah.
And
he was even like, you can just walk away because I already kind of got the most of it. So if she just dies by a collapsed lung, no scratch on your back, you know, no blood on your hands.
That's after he went to the fucking hospital. Yeah. He went to the scene of the crime and was like, hey, what's this thing on my neck? And Damon was like, don't talk to me right now. Don't, because I'll kill you right here on the spot.
Yeah.
I'm in a very vulnerable, and that's good on Damon, actually, because we know that his communication isn't that good. He told Kai straight up, I'm not in the mood, and I'll kill you right now.
I don't have the energy and the spoons to have this conversation right now with you, my dog. I just can't. You got to figure it out on your own, buddy.
No, exactly. So when Damon went there, I wasn't sure if he had like maybe put something in Bonnie's hands or something. I don't know what it would have been. Maybe like a blunt or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe just being like, hey, in your last minutes, go with God or something. But the way that Bonnie's face looked at that moment, she looked so betrayed. And I was like,
yeah,
this would really be on the writers to like leave her in that moment.
I was getting ready to be so mad because we see Bonnie in that that huge tear that just goes down her face.
The single tear, dude.
The single massive tear. And you're like, oh shit, is he actually going to make this choice right now? And you see him walk away. And I couldn't have typed faster in my notes in all caps, Damon, kill yourself. I could not have typed it faster in my notes. And
he's
Kai
holding
has
both her hands, right? He's holding both her hands, and then he kisses her on the forehead, which go fuck yourself.
Yeah, absolutely not.
And
don't do
Kai,
this to me.
Giving, again, he's one of the oldest, but he's giving like, I don't know, he's giving like younger brother energy in that moment to Damon, because he's like, I thought that this would like piss you off.
Right. I thought this would be longer of torture for you, and you just walked away. That was not my big evil plan. You're so annoying.
And I went from we're done, we've lost, to we're so back.
Yes. The decapitation was so goopy.
It was pretty bad. Yeah.
It was pretty gnarly. And I do like that he was, because you're right, like in that hospital, he was like, I can't do this right now. And if you push me runtime, I will start decapitating everyone, including you first. And then he actually does it. Very happy for the follow through on that. Yeah.
And listen, when Damon's not going to tell you twice.
Right.
It's, especially he's not going to tell Kai twice.
Yeah.
But him looking at Bonnie and being like, oh, you thought?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought?
Psych.
And being like, oh, yeah, you thought I was going to leave you all alone, huh? And fireman carrying her was...
I can't.
I was ascending in my living room watching that in that moment.
Yeah.
Because what do you mean that they've been making fun of us this whole time of being like, oh, these secret moments? Because earlier in the episode, I I can't remember if he called Bonnie or if Bonnie called him. And he was like, oh, I'm so glad to hear your voice right now.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And it's like, don't play with me like this. And then have Damon have to choose between people. And you know Damon can't choose anything. When he is backed into a corner and having to make a binary decision, he will dissolve. He can't do this. And then he does, for once in his life, make a decision.
Yeah.
And I thought that it was still going to we were still going to be played in our face and that Bonnie was still going to lose. And it turns out, no, that's not happening.
Yeah. I think that's real as fuck for Elena specifically, of being like, hey, she didn't say it as objectively, but it is what happened, of being like, listen, Bonnie has sacrificed herself for every single one of us.
No, exactly.
Hundreds of times. And if I can just chill out and I'll be fine for however long and it's all good, that's a fair trade for me, you know, because Bonnie's never gotten that. And Bonnie gets to win and actually be like, here.
I agree. I know that Nina wanted to leave, so I'm less mad about it than I would traditionally be for a character.
Sure. Yeah.
But Elena as a person, I preferred this than I do whatever they were going to do before, which is like wipe her brain and send her off to medical school. But for real though, Elena's had a really shitty like 4 years and she does need a break. Like,
no, honestly, I think everyone can win with this configuration of things. I think sometimes you just, if given the opportunity to chill in a crypt for 60 years and not have to do anything, and you'll be fine after, you know, why not?
I think that, you know, she has some property. I don't know if she's set up some savings accounts yet, but like, just let some money accrue, take a break for a little bit.
Yeah.
She does
slow
need
down,
a breather.
You know? Yeah.
If Nina hadn't wanted to go, I would be more angry about it. But if she's fine, I'm fine. I'm still worried about the heretics of it all.
Yeah, totally. Especially
knowing that Kai could cloak that whole building. That's very wild. And also knowing that Enzo is so down bad for Lily. That's, hey bud, that's just a woman, you know? But I don't know, man. I think that seeing what Kai could do makes me worried.
Oh yeah.
About some of the heretics, but I don't know, man. I think that based on that like season 7 preview that they're showing, it's not looking good.
No.
But I mean, whatever.
And extremely funny that the last shot of this episode is Damon at the suicidal clock tower.
It's so presumably it's a time skip, right? Because they're showing on the crypt that it's like multiple sunsets and like the flowers are dying and stuff. But in my brain, I'm like, it's been a day, you know?
It's been 45 minutes.
Right?
He can't handle it.
He went back home. He noticed that it was too quiet and he was like, you know what? Actually, fuck this. I'm good, actually.
Yeah.
No, I think that's really funny. Because we saw that. We
old
saw
habits
that when
die
Stefan,
hard, you know?
Stefan did those like mind previews of what it would look like if Elena died, and Damon was not handling it well. So, we'll see. It would be wild if season 7 just starts in like a post-apocalyptic.
It's completely, totally different. The world has changed so severely.
Yeah, it just looked like it looked like a war zone, which is wild. So I don't know. It was it was not the way that I thought this episode would go, but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, I didn't know, because I think we talked about it this season as well. We talked about that spin-off. I think it's Legacies. I need to figure out when that starts because I feel like it's going this kind of set up for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I didn't look. Let me see. Okay, so the hashtag for this was Goodbye Elena, which is much better than last time.
Sure.
With the wedding one. But next was season 7, episode 1. Bonnie has longer hair, so that's nice.
Okay.
That's a good start.
R.I.P. the Bob.
Yeah. With a very concise title of Day 1 of 22,000, give or take.
Oh, brother. At least we're out of the song title jail that was this season.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was tough,
a lot to handle.
They really did it 22 times there.
If that is a song title, then I'm gonna need to do some digging there for sure.
Oh yeah.
We have some amazing patrons to thank. Would you like to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Lauren Cullen.
Ooh, thank you to Zoe Forbes.
Ooh, thank you to Vanessa Swan.
Ooh, thank you to Greg Lautner.
Ow. Thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to Vivi Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ooh, thank you to Katya Karp.
Ow. Thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Danielle Burke.
Ooh, thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ooh, thank you to Reen Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily Ozera.
Ooh, and last but certainly not least, thank you to Jeline Iveshkov.
Pew, pew, pew.
I have a fan fiction for you. It is by the author. It is by the author Michelson Bitch. There's no T in that, so Bitch 25.
Okay. Sure.
And it is titled Meet in the Cave at Sunset. The summary, this is just for you. The summary of this is, after Damon rescues an injured raven from a cave, he starts receiving dreams from a mystery man. He doesn't know the man's name or the main purpose for his presence, but he does know the man has a special interest in him, if only he can figure out who or what he is.
Okay.
And this is a short one. There's less than 2,000 words.
Beautiful.
So if you are, like us, very intrigued by whatever the hell is going on since the one time it was mentioned.
Yeah.
With Damon and his bird thing. Please enjoy.
Someone's got to do the work, you know? If the Vampire Diaries as an institution doesn't want to do it, you know, we pick up the pieces.
If it isn't addressed at some point, even the finale on here, I'm going to feel so dissatisfied.
Yeah. It'll make the entire ranking of this feel bad. Actually, this show was really bad. It could have been all right if we just had one more bird appearance.
And that's wild coming from me, because y'all know how I feel about birds. But it's just the the continuity of the thing.
For sure. Yeah.
It's just makes me sad. Well, friends, tell your friends about the show. Tell your family about the show. I'm excited to go write up my pitch for Beaches.
Oh yes.
So expect an email coming, maybe a Kickstarter campaign. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
Well, as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
get bit.
Ooh.
Ow. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight, or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.